Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I wanted to make a video for new investors out there. So if you're someone who's looking to start getting into investing and you're just starting out and you have no idea what you're doing, this video is for you. So whether you're a high school college student or you're a young professional or you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, doesn't matter. If you're looking to build your wealth over time, this video is for you. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make an account with a brokerage. Three brokerage accounts that I really like are Robinhood, E-Trade, and Fidelity Investments. So they all have their pros and cons. Robinhood's going to have your shiny, pretty interface, and the customer support is not as good as the other ones like E-Trade, Fidelity Investments. So do your research. I really like all three of them. Next thing is invest what you can safely. So if you're just starting out, invest an amount that you're okay, quote unquote, losing. So by that, I don't mean you're going to lose all your money, but you're okay with it going up or down 10, 20, 30, 35% worst case. So be safe, be careful. Next thing I would recommend is start with index funds. Index funds are safe. So three index funds that I really like are QQQ, which is the NASDAQ 100 biggest companies, SPY, which is all the companies in the S&P 500, and ARKK, which is ARK Innovation. So being in those ETFs, it kind of gives you that diversified exposure. So you're not like all in one company. You get diversified across the industries, and you're kind of playing it safe, especially if you're starting out. Next thing I would say is don't check your stocks all the time. This is not good. Maybe make a rule for yourself to check once a day in the morning and once in the afternoon, but I would recommend not more than twice a day because it can get really addicting. And just, look once and then get back to whatever it is that you do, your job or school, whatnot. If you are picking individual companies' stocks, I highly recommend go with what you know and what you trust. So what do I mean by that? For example, if you're an iPhone user and you have a MacBook and you really like Apple, you know Apple, you trust Apple, buy Apple stock because you're very familiar with the company, you're a customer. If you are a regular Starbucks customer, you're familiar with Starbucks, you've been going there for years, buy Starbucks because you trust that company, you know that company, you're very familiar. So you get the point. Next thing I would say is diversification is really, really important. And this is especially true if you're picking individual company stocks versus going with the index funds. So what do I mean by that? Say you are picking individual stocks and you load up your portfolio with a bunch of Apple, Facebook, Google, Amazon, and whatnot. What's going to happen is if the technology sector does a big downturn, your portfolio is going to get hit really hard by that. So you want to get diversified exposure. You want to have, a little bit of Amazon, Apple, Facebook, a little bit of healthcare like Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, Abbott Lab, maybe Gilead Sciences. You want to have some industrials in there like Caterpillar, PACCAR, and whatnot. You get the point. Maybe a little bit of financials, Chase, Bank of America, Visa. So diversification is really, really good, and it's not going to hurt you. It's only going to help you in the long run. So I highly recommend it, and it's great for managing your risk. Next thing is portfolio composition. Super important. What do I mean by that? Try to make sure that one single company doesn't make up more than 2, 3, or 5% of your total portfolio. That's going to help you manage your risk really well, and it's not going to, put you in a bad place if something bad happens to one single company you're invested in. So, for example, like if Facebook makes up 60% of your portfolio and some really bad news comes out about Facebook, that's really going to hurt your portfolio. Okay, next thing I would say is make a recurring investment schedule. Don't try to time the market. You have no idea if we're going to be in a bull market or we're going to have a big downturn. So just make a rule for yourself. Invest, 100 or 250 every time you get your paycheck, or $500 at the start of every month, whatever it is for you. Just pick that amount and just invest on a recurring schedule. you're going to be dollar cost averaging over time, and it's going to help you. Next thing I would say is don't take investment advice from strangers on the internet, like following the hype. Like, are you buying Dogecoin or AMC or GameStop just because everyone else on the internet's doing it? Not a good investment strategy. Do your research, go with companies you know and trust, and like I said, index funds, way to go. Next thing I would say is stay away from options, at least in the beginning, when you're just starting out. For the first 6 to 12 months, try to stick with stocks. Options, they can be very tempting. The profit potential is high, but they're very dangerous. You can lose a lot of money. So I highly recommend at the minimum, at least get 6 months experience out there before you touch options at all. Okay, that is it, guys. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. It really helps the YouTube algorithm. It helps the channel, and I'd love to bring you more videos like this. And yeah, comment if you have any questions. I'd love to answer them. If there's anything you want to discuss, go ahead and comment. And best of luck on your journey, and please tell me about it.